change everything about your life, your finance, your perspective towards what can be accomplished. It's amazing that we're living in an era whereby if you can think it, you can make it happen. If you can think it, it can be done. It's an amazing era we found ourselves, and therefore let's leverage on the availability of technology. It's going to be amazing all the way. So thank you to every one of us who are making this daily meetings worthwhile. So while we'll be speaking on, please keep sharing the invite link, as everyone you invite today will definitely come back to you to say thank you for this massive innovation you've given to me. So as well, the YouTube link will be sent, so please, as we synchronize it together, ensure you send to your friends, like, comment, subscribe to that channel as well, and everyone joining through YouTube, through Facebook, they will know the value that we've come to give to the people. Thank you so much. So NK Billions, we appreciate you. As we say, welcome to today's meeting. You'll be taking us through the introduction, right? Thank you so much.
Good morning, able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. It's another beautiful morning for us to discuss, but before we go ahead, we need to commit this session into the hands of the Holy Spirit. Spirit of God, we thank you for another opportunity to be here this morning. Amen. We give you praise, we give you all the glory. You are the one who has brought SWIFTtrip this far, and I know you're taking us places in the name of Jesus. Amen. As we have gathered to share knowledge, all of you, none of us, in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Amen. Good morning, everybody, once more. It's a new year. It's 2025, and we've already started the year. Some persons think this year started, say, 1st of January. The truth is 2025 didn't start 1st of January. For those who sat, who planned, has already started the year December before now. So if you never planned, if you never put anything together, it's still an opportunity for you to plan, replan, and put things together so that this year will be fruitful for us. It's not just about making New Year resolutions. It's not about saying this year I'm going to make a lot of money, say a whole lot of beautiful things, write down a lot of beautiful things, but at the same time you're not taking action. Is a year or is a season where you should take action. Only those who takes action or those who put work in place that will actually get results. So this year SWIFTtrip is going to enrich a lot of persons. We are going to cover a lot of milestones. We are going to do a lot. We are going to achieve a lot. So you should not be left behind. And how can you be carried along? By putting to action the things you hear here and do the things you need to do. So quickly, I'll be sharing my screen. I'll be talking to us what SWIFTtrip is all about.
Okay, you can just continue with that while I share the screen for you.
All right. So first and foremost, I'm going to prepare our mind for those who are coming in for the first time. And I also came to find, or rather, I noticed that there are some persons who are already members of SWIFTtrip, but still yet they don't believe in this vision. Why? Because they don't have understanding. Knowledge is key. Or people will say knowledge is power, but the truth is it is not power until you have understanding. So there are a lot of persons who still don't have understanding, maybe because a family member bought for them, or someone just cajoled them and asked them to buy, and somehow they bought, but they are still struggling and thinking, is this thing going to work? Is it real? Let me just throw the money there. Maybe how much is so amount? Let me just put it there. If it works, if it doesn't work, fine. But the truth is SWIFTtrip has come to stay, and SWIFTtrip is going to make millions of generations, millions of families, going to bring out a lot of persons out of poverty. It's going to set the pace for a lot of persons to enjoy and to feel what it means to enjoy generational wealth. So SWIFTtrip is not a Ponzi scheme, okay? Looking at the screen here, you will see vehicle, you see a box, you see an aircraft. That just tells you that this is a real business, a business that is already on ground, business that is already happening. We are not inventing something that has not happened already on earth. So SWIFTtrip is not just that online business. What people should understand is that online has come to stay. The online space is actually growing by the day. It's actually getting vast by the day. So every business is actually going online, to the extent that babalawos are now online. They are no longer scared. I think if I can remember, or from what I know, before the babalawo people, they hide. Someone will secretly take you to them. They will watch and make sure nobody is looking at them, nobody is watching at them, and they will just, maybe as they are walking, they will just watch, nobody is looking at them, they just enter one corner and go see the man. But now they are online. They are advertising themselves. They are telling you, get rich quick, if you want to get money, you want to travel abroad, blah blah blah. I see them on Facebook.
People are commenting on that.
Yes, people are commenting. People ask, they even drop their phone number. And if you go there, exactly, you see shares, thousands of shares, as in, I'll be like Jesus Christ. Share something meaningful, people will not share. But when you go to these pages, you will see 1,000, 3,000 something share. People are promoting negativity. And now when you see a business online, or someone is telling you about SWIFTtrip, you just scream, is it an online business? I don't want. You are only telling yourself that you want to remain in the past. Even though Nigerian is 40 years behind, do you want to also tell yourself and keep yourself 40 years behind? No, you need to follow the trend of time. So SWIFTtrip is a life business. We have our physical presence, we also have our online presence. And now it is more of online, not because we don't have physical present, because of the digital space where we are now, the technology, the ecosystem space where we are now. Everything is made easy. We are in a fast world where through an app on your phone you get almost everything done. People these days don't really cook. They book the food they want to eat. I know of an aunt, she will book her egusi soup, her stew, her afam soup, 5 soup online. Why? Because she's a very busy person, and they will cook and bring it home. All she do is to dish it into little portions and put it inside the freezer. Is that not online? It's still online. So all I'm trying to say is that the world is online right now. Everything the presidents, the governors, the local governments, the small units, which is the councillors, they do, they put it online because they want to show their relevance and their presence to the world. Sure. So that is just what SWIFTtrip is doing. So going forward, following the guide on the screen, it said, what is SWIFTtrip? Okay, so SWIFTtrip is an online, SWIFTtrip is a digital, I want to put it in a very simple way so that everybody that is coming today will understand. So is a digital based transportation system. Okay, so SWIFTtrip is a decentralized eco blockchain kind of business. We are built on Web 3.0 decentralized ecosystem. So if you don't understand what decentralized means, it simply means something that is not centralized. In the world today, especially in Africa, on our current Nigerian today, every financial institute is centralized. Yeah. Centralized in the sense that someone has your money, someone is in charge of your pay, someone is in charge on how you spend, someone is in charge on about what you withdraw. During the Christmas period or before the Christmas period, there were periods the banks will tell you, you can't withdraw more than 5,000 naira. That was appalling. My dad gave me a check, like, go cash this check for feeding. When I get there, it's small money, just about 30K that day. Go buy something and make soup for the house. The bank is telling me they can't pay me more than 5,000 naira. Why? Because it was a centralized system. They control what you can have per time. Even when you work, they control when to pay you. say paydays is between 25th to 30th, a centralized system can decide to not pay you for the next 3 months, decide not to pay you for the next 1 year, decide not to pay you for the next 5-10 years, giving you excuse about one thing or the other because they are in government, they are the one in charge. So that is the centralized system. But SWIFTtrip has gone ahead of time, thinking of the future. It is time where people eat or gain access to their fund or to the reward what you have worked for. You've worked for this thing, is your pay. The Bible says you should give the workman his wages, owe no man. So SWIFTtrip has gone ahead of time to say we are not going to owe anybody. So how do we do this? And SWIFTtrip came in with this innovation of the decentralized system, which is the Web 3.0, and it is the highest of them all right now in the digital space. So decentralized simply means you are not in charge of any fund. So get it clear that when you become part of SWIFTtrip, at the point of operation or launch, you start getting your dividends instantly per service directly in your account. The CEO has no right over your money. Nobody, the PA, nobody has right over your money. This money comes straight to your account. You access it at your own time. So with this breakdown, I guess you understand what the decentralized there actually mean. Now, what are our core services? We have for now 5 core services. So why I'm using the word for now? Because we are inventors. Certainly more inspirations will be added to our services, and it is to our profit and to the gain of the world globally. So for now, we have the Alvation, we have the e-taxi, we have the e-commerce, and we have the logistics and hospitality. And these are businesses that are all in ground and doing marvelously well. So for examples of the businesses I just mentioned, I earlier said we have Alvation. So you see stuffs like Airpeace and Eric Air on the screen. These are examples of Alvation business. So in SWIFTtrip, or when you come into SWIFTtrip, you are going to own an airline. You're not just owning an airline, you're going to own an airport. So this is an amazing business or opportunity for anybody to come in. Now we are also offering the e-taxi business opportunity. You are going to also own that. You are a owner of this company when you come to be part of us. An example of a e-taxi is the Uber, and Uber and Bolt is one of the biggest here in Nigeria, but in America and some other places you have other bigger brands, like the Uber is over there doing very well. So these are the kind of businesses SWIFTtrip is offering. So we also have the e-commerce. An example of it is Jumia. The Amazon is doing very well. Amazon is one company that if you read about him, you will know how little he starts, and this is what SWIFTtrip is also offering to the public today. I'll be going more in details as I go further. And we also have the logistics, which is the example of the DHL. So SWIFTtrip is also giving you an opportunity to own one, and we have the latest one we recently added to our core values, which we're still going to add more, and this is hotel, which is the hospitality. This is hotel. So there is nowhere in the world, even the most remote third place in the world like Haiti, you must see hotels, because people will visit those places one way or the other. Even my local village, there is small hotel there. Maybe they might call it guest house, but it's still in the category of hospitality. But SWIFTtrip is giving you something great, something beautiful. You can see on your screen, just like the Transcorp Hilton Hotel is a very big one. So if you know it, we are going to do much more. Now, has SWIFTtrip gone live? No, we haven't gone live. So before I explain about we going live, I just showed you 5 core services that we are proposing to you. Now note, if you're here for the first time, when you come into SWIFTtrip and own her shares, we are not saying that you have to wait for 5-10 years before you profit. So as the presentation go on, you will understand, but I just want to open your mind. These businesses I showed you are businesses that are on ground, and if you agree with me or do your research, you found out that the 5 core businesses are businesses that there is no day that they don't make profit. Sure. These are profit proven businesses. So SWIFTtrip took her time to pick out these businesses. So in SWIFTtrip, you are not going to make a loss. It's a win-win all the way business. There are businesses out there like the gas, the oil and gas. You agree with me, they don't make money daily. Yes, people believe that there is plenty money, no doubt, but this is not a business that make money daily. Sometimes they can stay for months, years before one contract comes in. But these 5 businesses, there is no day, whether rain comes on, winter, summer, no matter what, you are making profit. So at every time, every season, every moment, you are making money. You are having something in your pocket, and you will see how this business is going to change your life and that of your unborn generation. So going further, the next slide says, so has SWIFTtrip gone live? So the answer is no. SWIFTtrip currently is in her development stroke vision phase or stage. Okay, in this stage of ours, we are still selling our shares by ourselves. Now, for the fact we are selling by ourselves at this stage, that is the reason you're getting it for the little or nothing right now. Is so cheap and so affordable for anybody to be able to get it, because immediately we leave this stage, meaning we have now launched the business, it will be way expensive for the common man. Now SWIFTtrip have sat down and said, let everybody, the common man, everybody come in at this point to co-own a business that will change your generation, to co-own a business that money can't actually buy. The truth is, one person cannot really successfully run this kind of business. Even the big guys out there that might have started something like the e-taxi, they borrowed money from the banks, they called people behind, maybe other big shots, and they collaborated. Now this kind of collabo is in billions of naira or in millions of dollars. So this is the opportunity SWIFTtrip is giving, knowing that the large masses out there don't have this kind of money. And the truth is, there are persons that may never have this kind of money.
Sure.
But because SWIFTtrip have thought of you and thought ahead of time, they said, okay, come in with this kind of amount you can always afford now. Because after this level, as I said, it's going to be 200 million naira least minimum at the stock market. And then how many persons can afford it? So this is an opportunity to own a brand for life. So subscription level, you'll be asking, how do you come in, how do you subscribe, how is the money, the affordable price and all that. So looking at the screen, this is our subscription level. So we have from level 1 to level 8. So level 1 is actually the dealer's slot, which is 128 million naira, and this gives you an ownership of 0.5%. Now note, in this business you earn in percentage. In this business you earn in percentage. No matter what we do, if the taxi fare is 2,000 naira, it is 1 million naira. The air transportation is $10,000. No matter what we do, you earn in percentage. So take note of your percentage. So looking downwards, down to number 8, you see the node slots, and this node slot is where every common man, every person out there should strive to come in. And the truth is, the node slot is actually the face of this business, is the face of the drive, is the face of this vision. the vision is for the common man. So not because I said it's common or it's small, you now feel bad. No, this is the main reason for SWIFTtrip, the node slot. So you can see there that the node slot today is 100,000 naira or $100. So that gives you a ownership of 0.0 into 5 places 1 to 5% per service. I love stretching that so you understand that it's per service. It's not your normal kind of traditional shares where you wait for 5 years, you sign contract for 10 years, and at the end of the day the company will now say we ran fuel, we ran gen, we bought fuel, we bought diesel, we transported, we did this. After the calculation they will now tell you what is remaining and now give you a percentage, and most of the time what comes out after 10 years is so ridiculous. Like you'll be like, this is what I have saved for 10 years. So this is a smart contract kind of shares, and you can only get it now because the vision is still in her starting point. So you need to have the eye of an eagle to see this, be part of it, to be part of this generational wealth, because immediately the business has kick-started or we have started operation and you now say, oh, now I see, I am ready to buy. Bro, you will not be able to buy again, because then it is way expensive, and then it's just for the rich. So for you to be part of this, make sure you're seeing something and grab the opportunity now. So the next slide says, when will SWIFTtrip go live? So SWIFTtrip will be going live at the sales of 3% of her shares. What do I mean? SWIFTtrip profit share is 5% in volume. So business will be launched at the sales, minimum sales of 3%, and this 3% is going to be distributed or be sold to 2.4 million node shareholders. So how is it calculated, or how do we arrive to that? So still on the screen, while I'm explaining, you can use your calculator. You can use your calculator to make sure that we know what we are doing. So the minimum volume there for sale, as I said earlier, is 3% volume. All right, now this 3% is going to be divided by the node. I said earlier that the node slot is the people we are actually looking out for. The visionary of this vision, you will get to meet him. The visionary of this vision is actually or he have the masses in mind. The dream is to like, how do I put it, to remove poverty, to lessen poverty in our society. So the percentage for the node slot is 0.0 into 5 places 1 to 5%. Take note. So that is the node slot. So 3% divided by that percentage, which is 0.00000125, is equals to 2.4 million node holders. This simply means 3%. The 3% we were talking about before we launch is actually 2.4 million subscribers. 2.4 million subscribers don't mean that you have access to 10. You can't buy more than a unit. So we need real human being buying this node. That way, poverty has left 2.4 million persons. So if you understand this vision, you will not be selfish, because a lot of selfish persons are out there. I understand that the human nature, we have this selfish blood inside of us. Sure. So we only think of ourselves, what you want to grab, it has to happen now. We are so selfish that so many persons are so selfish that they don't even think of the life after them. Like the children they gave birth to, they actually think they are thinking of their children, but when you hear them talk and the way they think, you know they are not really thinking about those children, because if you're thinking about those children, you know that those children will also have a responsibility, which is their own children, which is the next generation. The next generation will also have a responsibility, which is the next generation, and these are your bloodline. So if you can keep your head calm, that's why the white people are always ahead of us. They think of generation that they know nothing about. They feel pity for them from where they are right now. How will this generation do when I'm no longer there? So that's why I see the businesses of the white man strive. You see Coca-Cola is striving. You see the Amazons are striving. They just don't think of themselves. They are selfless when they come to building a business. So a lot of shareholders keep explaining or keep grumbling, and they'll be like, when will we get 2.4 million persons? Is because you're not thinking of other persons. So if you're not going to think of the masses, think of your own generation, because this will actually do a lot of good. And it's high time we start prospering, sharing this good news, because this is one of its kind in Nigeria. This is everywhere in the developed world. But over here, the third world country, it is scarce. So instead of keeping your mouth shut, spread the good news. And if everybody can do one person per day, I tell you, business will be launching this year, before the end of this year. If you can only understand and pass the information directly and correctly how it is, not being selfish of the advert bonus you're to get instantly, this 2.4 is a child's play. We're going to hit it, and business is going to start running, and we make more for ourselves and for our generation. So the next question here is the business launched, the business launch scales globally in Nigeria and UK. Yes, the business is launched here in Nigeria and both in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, precisely Wales and England and Wales. Yes, so we have our registrations, we have our EFCC registration, everything concerning the registration of the business. We are registered, we are known that we are registered at what is it called, tax, everything is in place. So it's not something you need to be scared of, that we are just here to play. No, we are here for business. So what makes SWIFTtrip outstanding from others? So I believe at this point I'll be handing over the mic to the CEO to continue from here.
You've done exploits. Thank you, Billions, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip.
Thank you, sir.
And definitely everyone who's joined us today for the first time would have really gained value from what you've shared thus far. We appreciate you so much. To the able shareholders of SWIFTtrip, thank you so much for all you do for SWIFTtrip. And to those joining us today for the first time, God bless you, and it's only going to get better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am Honorable Richard Tinadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. And every time, it just simply gets better. It just simply gets better. So what makes SWIFTtrip stand out is the PYC. And today you will definitely be getting a whole lot from that. The PYC. Okay. Let's say it's like I went back a bit. Okay. Introducing the PYC. Now, SWIFTtrip isn't the first to do this. Maybe what we'll be talking about is just a minute. I'm fixing something while you look at the slide, and it's gonna be cool. Okay. So, if SWIFTtrip is copying something from others, we would be maybe talking like, we are coming to do this and we're coming to do that. But just like the aviation, like the way we talk about the e-taxi, we say we're coming to do this, but already you know this is done. Already you know this is done. We're not coming to test if it's going to be so. If it's going to be sustainable, if it's going to be profitable. you just simply know that it's going to be profitable, it's going to be sustainable, because all of those are not new at all. But what is definitely new in SWIFTtrip and what's bringing that uniqueness to us is the PYC. And that is what we call pay your customers. What has been in existence before now is the KYC, know your customers. And I want us to know this, that if we are doing something that is not going to be profitable, the 10,000 plus persons who have identified with us currently wouldn't have. There are things you hear and automatically you know this is going to thrive. Though we are coming the first time to introduce the PYC worldwide, hearing it, pay your customers, you know that this supersedes the know your customers, KYC. And as time goes on after the launch of SWIFTtrip, you will discover that everyone who continues to practice the KYC and not migrating into the PYC, they will fizzle out naturally. This will not come in to test it. Are you getting it? We're not coming to test if the people will prefer that they are being paid. Do you get it? Are they going to be testing? Will I prefer if I am paid or if I am just known? Which one would you prefer? Come on. It's amazing. And if SWIFTtrip is doing this first time, if today is your first time hearing it, then it's good, we'll break it down for you. So how will the customers of SWIFTtrip be paid? But before that, let me show you the inflow into the company per transaction. On every transaction, the company considers it as 100%. Whether it's paid by SwiftCoin, whether it's paid by what's the name? Cash, the fiat, or it's paid by bank transfer, your local bank transfers, it doesn't matter. What matters is what comes into the company is 100%. If you pay cash, you will think that the company is actually, or you're paying to the driver directly. No, you've paid to the company. The company takes it 20% instantly from that ride. Why the man who made the trip available, called the driver, gets 80%. You get to understand that. So how are we going to get it in cash? Let me attend to that, because someone here will be wondering, okay, if someone pays by cash, then what is going to be the how do I put this? How would a person now get access to his money? How will a deluxe owner get access to his money? How will a node holder get access to his money? How will a company get access to that money if it was paid by cash? You should understand that the driver's wallet, the driver will connect to the customers by the app, right? So there is in that driver's app something we call the driver's wallet. And that from that wallet, the company takes its 20% at the completion of every ride. And how will the driver notify the company that it is time to make that deduction? By him clicking a button, trip completed. If he doesn't click it, if she doesn't click it, they won't have access to a new ride. So the command trip completed instructs the system, which is an artificial intelligence, AI. It instructs it, it's time for money distribution. And this is what happens. Once that comes in, the company is in possession of the 100%, right? 5% goes to the customers instantly, rather the shareholders. Yes, 5% goes to the customers, but I'm dealing with the shareholders now. 5% to the shareholders by this division, 2% to the stakeholder, 3% to the node holders. How much is left to the company? 95%. 80% goes to the driver, like I earlier said. How much is left? That should be 15%. 3% goes to the customers who recommended that patronage to happen and who recommended the service to be handled. I mean, the people who recommended the drivers. They are going to make use of SWIFTtrip, right? That is not arguable. You can't argue about that. everyone in this meeting, everyone who has become part of SWIFTtrip, the 2.4 million shareholders who will be part of SWIFTtrip, at the launch of SWIFTtrip, half might not have any destination where they're heading to, but they will test it. This thing I've been hearing for how many years now? Let me see if it's working. As they test it, is it for free? They paid for it. They paid the driver at the end of the trip, either by cash, bank transfer, they pay by Swift coin. Guess what? We earn. So I can say that 1 month of business operation, 1 month of business operation in SWIFTtrip is going to be like a year, or even 2 years in profit generation to most startup companies out there. 1 month. Why? The structure towards the launch of SWIFTtrip. So I want you to know that that thing is not arguable. It's not negotiable. Don't join SWIFTtrip and then maybe in next tomorrow you are coming to say, this thing, I think it's time to launch. I think it's time to launch. CEO, why not launch? Why do you say you need 2.4 million persons? Didn't we tell you before you joined? This one, they say, use your tongue to count your teeth. It's talking about responsibility in every action that you take. You choose to be part of us. Come on. Be responsible as we move all onward towards the launch of SWIFTtrip. Be responsible to the call. How do you become responsible? We've said, this is what we need, and follow it. You want SWIFTtrip to launch quickly? Tell everyone around you to be part of this trend. It's going to be amazing. Customers are making 3% out of this. And then, look at what happens over here. The man who booked the ride, the company can decide to keep this 2%, sir, ma. Are you with me? The company can keep it, and it will do exploit. That of the recommenders, those who refer the people to, the company can keep that profit, and the company will thrive. My God. So a company that decides to share this to the people. I decided to do 2%. That was at when I calculated Uber's 2019 profit analysis. I took 2% of it and shared to its 180 million users as at then. When I calculated 3%, we got about $522 million. That could have given about $3 million each to one person. Do you know how many lives would have changed? That's 2%. It didn't shake their profit overall. Oh my God. Somebody wake up. Wake up to possibilities. This money is out there to be made. The world has no limit to what it can offer. There is no limit. There is no... The term of which you say money, what can be spent, it has no cap. It is infinite. It's infinite. Do you know that? This thing is infinite. It's you that have a limit to what you've been able to acquire. I just wish that, especially Nigerians, wake up. Wake up. Let's build something great. At the end of it, may your testimony be part of those that says, I heard it and it happened. Because a lot of persons will be there to testify as well. Those who know me since back, that there's a woman I met one time. I showed her the vision, and I said, support me in this. This woman looked straight into my eyes. He said, I know you too well. Forget this thing you are pursuing. It's not going to work. Why not use your life to do? Forget it. He said, for me, he said, you can continue. I've advised you. You can continue doing what you're doing. But for me, I'm telling you, leave it, because it's not going to work. This was a person I was even looking up to, at least to give me an encouraging word when it was nothing. Those were the days I was trekking from shop to shop, telling people, SWIFTtrip, SWIFTtrip, SWIFTtrip. I am a PA. And that fateful evening, I decided, I said, okay, this woman, she knows me very well. Let me just go tell her about it. So when we reach house, the woman looked into my eyes and said, it's not going to work. Forget it. Don't use your life to do something else. Do you know that this woman met someone that knew me, or that knows me very well as well? I think she must have heard about SWIFTtrip from so many people now. She's in Port Harcourt. He told the person, he said, God can really bless somebody. The person called me that she told, he said, God can really bless somebody. He said, ha! He said, look at Richard now. Many will be there to share testimonies of the ones that know you and rejected you to the end. They will be there to say, yes, so I know him. Oh. The ones that didn't know us from the beginning but just heard SWIFTtrip, they will be there to also testify. They told me about it. I joined the meeting. I watched it on YouTube. I watched it on Facebook. When it was just nothing at all. And he was just talking. I thought it would not work. I thought it would be like the rest. Many must testify that. This one is not prayer. It's just, my prayer for you is that it shouldn't be you. Many shareholders will be part of it and they will not tell one person. Many shareholders will be part of it and they will lose their passwords. I've told us that this is a Web3 project. People are playing. They will be coming to, now it's still operating in Web2. I lost my password. Say meet national admin. I think I will retrieve it. When you lost your password in Bitcoin, what happens? Take this thing serious. Don't look at it. When Bitcoin was talking like this, when you could buy it cents, people just threw away the money and say, what's that? Do you remember my password? I forget that any time it becomes of value, I know I will remember the password. It became of value. Only the shock of the value that you can now hear one Bitcoin. That person, even if the memory of the password was somewhere, that shock made the thing to disappear. He will trace, he cannot remember the password anymore. Sama, take this thing we're talking about today serious. Take it serious. So long we don't relent, we stay persistent. No, it's a done deal. Many have joined SWIFTtrip today just because they have waited and waited and waited for you, who's prospecting SWIFTtrip, and me, the CEO, to get tired. We refuse to get tired. They joined. That is the way we will accomplish the 2.4 million shareholders, where our actions will no longer be heard. Are you with me? Or rather, our words will no longer be heard, but our actions. That's why they say action speaks louder than words. That's the true definition of that. Congratulations to you who's joining SWIFTtrip today. It's only going to get better. Let's make it happen. You don't join us to make it happen. We will find people who will make us, who will join us to make it happen. That's the secret of success. Don't put your hope on any one man. This is my preaching to you today. Don't look up anybody and say, this person I am hoping on. Just anchor on God. And that's why you know that every man he gives, it's from God, not from men. Many have lost direction today just because they were looking up to one person. And even the Bible says, why trust on man that is like fairy breath? He said they will pass away like the grass of the field. Many people still make that mistake. Even if they read the Bible, they will still make the mistake. So you tell a person, and the person says, get out! It's not going to work. Hello. Look up to God. and turn to another person again. Turn to another one. Turn to another one. Keep talking. You will discover that with the ones that said no, they rejected it in their very eyes. You will still see many who will come say yes. The way marketing works is that be ready to talk to. If you are looking for this number, make that number like a 1% of the number of people you will talk to. So talk to 99% so you can get the 1% that makes it happen. So what do I mean? Let's be ready. We are looking for how much? 2.4 million shareholders. Let's be ready to talk to 240 million people. How many people have we talked to? That's how success happens. That's when I hear people say, how, where, why, how can it happen? What if? Come to them now, ask, what if it doesn't work? What if you don't find the 2.4? Are you hearing yourself talk that? What if comes from where? Where does it? What if we don't find 2.4 million? It's because you are looking for 2.4 million people. You are looking to talk to 2.4 million people. That's where such person will be wondering, okay, I've talked to 2.4 million people. So what if only 10,000 agreed from 2.4 million people I've talked to? You don't calculate, my dear. It's just like in water. You want water you are pumping from a pipe. Let me give you an illustration. As you're pumping that water from the pipe, if you want to hit that target, when you point it directly to that target, it will drop to the ground before it arrives to that target. So if you want to hit that target, you point your pipe upward and push the water upward. Before it drops to the ground, it will hit that target. So when you relate this to pursuit of vision, you give a high target. And before you meet that target, you have got more than enough to accomplish what is to be accomplished. I taught you and as well spoke in parables. Blessed are they that understands this parable I just shared. It was I just thought. No, I didn't just teach. I shared the parable. And I'm not going to explain it until it happens. Many will wake up and say, I'm ready now. Oh, no, I'm ready now. It's gone. 200 million naira, the notes. My God. See, it's going to be a shocker. So the same policies on the aviation, on the e-commerce, on the logistics, on the hotels. And let's look at how you profit as a subscriber to SWIFTtrip. Case study, the deluxe units and the node units. Now, this would help you understand when we do this per trip analysis. It's with intention to show you that if a trip is happening in another continent, you can actually be anywhere and you're making a profit from that ride. You earn per trip, not in accumulated trips. Not at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year. You earn every day. SWIFTtrip gives you an account. Every minute, SWIFTtrip gives you an account. Not an account by mouth, an account by what comes into your account. Oh my God, did somebody hear that? Don't miss this. Own that share now that it looks impossible. Own it, hold it, value it, and help others to come in. Like I wanted to say, but maybe talk carry me come out. People who are in SWIFTtrip and refuse to talk, by the time SWIFTtrip is done, their eyes will be open and their regrets will be, I would have helped this person, I would have helped that person, I would have helped everyone around me. Nobody will come to tell them, thank you for this thing you did for me. It's a shame. It's a shame. If that person had a reputation and that reputation was hidden, and at the end of it, nobody tells you, thank you. for this you did for me. It's a shame. I'm telling the honest truth. And you will not understand that shame, not until it is done. And that person sees it. It's a personal shame that the person will feel. The person might be proud, I am part of SWIFTtrip, but there's a shame that no one was blessed through your voice. If a trip is done in the United States and $4 was paid, you as a deluxe owner, how much are you going to earn out of it? $4 will give you 0.002 cents multiplied by the deluxe volume, which is 0.05%. If the trip is done in Nigeria, 2,000 naira multiplied by the deluxe volume, you get 1 naira. So imagine 1 naira distributed to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip in the deluxe. First, it might still look irrelevant. Let me not even bother about that. Still looking irrelevant that I came in with 128 million and you show me how to get 1 naira. Irrelevant, right? But let's see the power of system as we proceed. So if we look at $4 by the note holder's share, 4 multiplied by 0.40125%. What do you get out of this? This gives you 0.705 cents. And then 2,000 naira multiplied by that share volume as well, you get 0.4025 kobo. Minute, but let's see how cents, kobo, can become millions, billions, or trillions of dollars. Amazing and incredible. I would skip a day per month analysis and take you to where we could be in 5 years from now. See, 5 years from now, SWIFTtrip has performed thousands of trillions of transactions. What I'm showing to you here is just tens of trillions. A time will come, we will record trillions of trillions in SWIFTtrip. Whether in our lifetime or in our death, it's going to happen. So long Christ tarries, trillions of transactions. When we say SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars, many don't understand that statement. Whether in life or in death, that will happen. Own this share and change your generation. Own it. Transform everyone around you. Like I said, wealth is infinite. There is no cap. No cap. Wherever they say the world richest man is today, and they say he's the world richest, that is just a limit of his own. It is not the limit of wealth. Understand that thing and set yourself free from the shackles of poverty forever. You tell a person something and the person go to Google and is checking. Even that Google, everything there, it's a limit to everybody's thinking. You can come out to bring out something that is not found in Google. Come on. $1 times 50 trillion trips, which you're making use of an analysis here. That's in 5 years, worst case, SWIFTtrip has performed 50 trillion trips. That's going to give us $1 times that, 50 trillion naira. If we're looking at 0.02 cents, that gives us $100 billion. Congratulations. Would that trillions hit the node account? Certainly. In this 5 years analysis, 0.4025 kobo multiplied by 50 is giving us 1.25 billion. 0.705 cents is giving us $2.5 million. A time is coming. It's all going to be in trillions. It's all going to be in trillions. I'm happy for that. Thank you. Let's just get better all the way. subscribers' assets in 5 years would have grown. $100 would have yielded over $2.5 million. Take note, we just did something very simple. $4, 2,000 naira. We stick to that to get all of this. When in reality, trips will be flexible. Trips will be in various dimensions. That 1% out of all the trips can't even be that $4 or 2,000 naira, because it's the minimum, bare minimum. SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars, as written on this slide. So whomever don't like the sound of that, congratulations, because you will definitely watch us live that life. You see it, you like it, congratulations. You would live in it. It's congratulations all the way. So what makes people, what will you be doing while we are waiting the launch of SWIFTtrip? Say passionately, purposefully, and persistently share this vision. Help people around you, and you help SWIFTtrip. Help people, you help SWIFTtrip. It's gonna be amazing. Leave the same results and the same fulfillment. Okay, the YouTube followers may be having an issue with my slide. Don't worry, we're going to make it available to you. All right, so if you look at this slide carefully, you see it says leave the same result and the same fulfillment. The fulfillment here has to do with you becoming a better version of yourself. A better version of yourself. And that thing is what money cannot buy. Money can't get it. Do you understand? Feeling fulfilled all the way. Oh my God. So let's see how you make money now as you continue to prospect SWIFTtrip to your friends and family. SWIFTtrip media business, it pays, and it pays greatly. It pays well. Measuring with salaries, measure with maybe minimum wage, measuring with people who work at Dangote and in share, SWIFTtrip media business pays greatly. Here, you're not waiting at the end of the month to get it. You get it when you need it. You get it as you need it. As you need it and when you need it. You need it weekly, you get it weekly. You need it daily, you get it daily. You need it monthly, you get it monthly. Salary earners don't have that privilege, right? Every shareholder in SWIFTtrip, I mean every worker in SWIFTtrip, in the headquarters, shareholders, everyone earning as they want it, when they want it. My God. No one is left behind. Even our cleaner, the janitor here, is shareholder. Everyone is campaigning SWIFTtrip. So how do you earn it? You share this information to someone. That person sees the light and come in as a stakeholder from the deluxe to the base lot. You get 10% of whatever the subscription was. You recommend a node holder into SWIFTtrip. You get $15, approximately 15,000 naira. The getting, how is it happening? You get this when you do that. The company is not struggling to get it done. Why? It is infused in the subscriber's benefit or in the subscriber's fee. You head SWIFTtrip, you like it. Also, you pay for the project to be developed. That's on the project fee. And then you also pay an advert commission. I'm getting a feedback. Who's with my voice? I said, who's my voice? I'm hearing Ezekiel. This is why we don't like to unmute mics in the meeting. When we meet you back now, you will tell us. It's now time to speak, then you can unmute your mic. So SWIFTtrip advert bonus in the second generation, 2,500. That is approximately $2.5. In the third, you get $1. In the fourth, you get $0.5. So like I was explaining, you get the access to SWIFTtrip as a person who wants to become part of us. You like the vision. You sponsor the advert. Yeah. Inside that money you're paying today, which is $77.50, you are paying an advert fee in it, not an extra advert fee. Inside the subscription fee, the advert fee is there. So we simply just take it, $15, and pay to the person who introduced you to SWIFTtrip. Simple. Every company spends greatly in what? Advertisement. You want information to spread well, pay well in adverts. You've come again, right? You what? You pay well in advert. People say, this advert fee you are paying, why not keep it? Keep it so that the company will use it to launch business. Sir, if we had kept it, we wouldn't be here today. You don't know. You go and pursue your own without paying anybody. Don't pay for adverts. Just keep it, and then say, everybody, start campaigning. Campaign, no, you know, if you don't campaign, you will not launch. Don't worry, people have done that, and I don't know if they saw the light of the day, but for me, no. Rather than practicing that kind of thing, we infuse the advert bonus in the subscription fee, and we say it plainly. You like it, follow. You don't like it, leave it. Once you leave it, it means that you have, I don't know how to put it, you would have been opened to a door of wealth, even in the advert bonus now, but you closed it because of your own little is it self-gain? You don't want a person who told you, who passed a knowledge to you, to benefit, and you kept it to yourself, you kept your money to yourself. You block this door of wealth, which I am opening to you now. Look at it. All the advert bonus here, first to fourth generation, that's $19. In Naira, that is 19,000 Naira. Are you getting it? Everybody coming is paying that. We are selling 2.4 million units. Everybody pays that. So you keep your own. You have blocked yourself from a pool of wealth in this sense. 19,000 Naira times 2.4 million shareholders. That is how much? 45.6 billion. Minimum. Because it's not going to increase. Minimum. Because of, I don't know what some people call it, because you don't want your friend to benefit. When your friend asks you, say, how much will you get from it if I become shareholder? Say 15,000. I say, yeah. In the person's mind, they say, okay, I will think about it. What the person is now thinking is, so if I come in now, you will have 15,000. The person who will think like, you know, when people try to suppress somebody, you don't know that as you are pressing that person, you are going down. You elevate person and say, my friend, that's awesome. You come in. You have elevated yourself to a pool of wealth of 45.6 billion. Take as much as you need now that it is early. I believe I've communicated to whom it's for. Have it. So if you don't need that advert bonus to launch business, the advert fee is advert fee. The project fee is project fee. Project fee is not for advert. Advert fee is not for project. All yours to be won. A lot of award items. You can download the slides to read through that. So we say do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer. And alright, it's time to show you how to subscribe. Register now, deposit your node activation fee of let me do it from this slide. It's going to be bold to those following us on the Telegram call and more detailed. So just look at this. I'm sharing a slide here. All right. Alright, can you see that this is today's price, changed today? So on the 20th, it's going to be selling for 78,000 naira, approximately $78,078. So we say register now. Deposit your node activation fee of those on YouTube. Can you see this? Okay, we're having challenge with the screen share on the media end, so sorry for that. Just get it as an audio, okay? On the media team, you can as well put you can type it there. I think they have the national admin's contacts on screen. They can as well get the website on screen, so you can just go through that flowing test for the people. Alright, so register now, deposit your node activation fee of 77,500 naira, approximately 77,000, 77 points. No one thought $77,000, $77.50, and the company account is SWIFTIFY Technologies Limited, FCNB. The Nigeria account for those who are watching on Facebook is 200-460-7389. The USD account is there, available on the website. The USD, pounds, euro, the SWIFT code for those transactions are also available. So for foreigners, pay by USDT, so you can make your withdrawals on your advert bonuses on USDT. So you're getting the financial admin's contact there for the wallet address, and then this promo is ending. This promo is what? 77,500. It's ending January 19th, and it's going to be selling for $78, 77,000 naira, 78,000 naira, January 20th. So once you've made your payment, send your what's the name? Yes, send the proof of payment to the person who did about SWIFTtrip. First name, last name, email, and phone number. And the one in here, we say do not use nickname. Use a name that matches your bank details. Simple instruction. Please don't use nicknames. Don't use business name. Don't use church name. Use your name, even if your business name matches with bank accounts. Don't use it. Please use your real name. It's individuals we're selling the units for, not corporate accounts, not corporations. Corporations won't book right, right? It's people who will book right. SWIFTtrip knows why. It's strict about that. It's your sponsor that will help you process your registration. So the person who told you about this meeting is the person you send your proof of payment to once you're done. And that person will help you reach the company admin. We have +2348066695332. That's the national admin, and I'll be introducing to the hub admins in the house so that you can reach to them for your registrations, or rather for the registrations of your prospects who have sent you the receipts. So our prospects go to Play Store via this link and get access to our app. Go to www.node.swifttripcampaign.com to get access to the app, a light version of the Swift node. If you're making use of iPhone, you don't need to download nothing. www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com is our website. Congratulations to our able shareholders in the house. Yeah, thank you so much, media team. That's excellent. And then any further instructions? Yeah. You are a friend here who has made registration yesterday. And today, you have a prospect who's coming into SWIFTtrip. The person sends you a receipt, and you're confused about what to do. Don't be confused. If you are in Edo State, send that receipt to Dr. Tamke, not to your upline. Dr. Tamke would help you confirm the receipts and send you an activation code. And certainly you don't know what to do with the activation code. Ask him for help. He's there to guide you. He will teach you how to process the registration, and you will give the login details to the friend of yours who has just become a shareholder. So if you're in a state where there is no hub admin, you reach out to the national admin, that's the headquarters, via Ambassador Renami Ayo, Favor Ayo, as you see on the screen. That's the national admin, or the global admin of SWIFTtrip. And we have Ambassadress Christy Abapio, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Lagos State. Connect with her if your prospect has sent to you a receipt for payment. We have Ambassador Dr. Nna, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abakaliki. Connect with him to register your prospects. All right. We have Madam Chinoyerum, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Germany. Reach out to her to register your prospects. For the benefits of the online followers, Madam Christa Babi, what did you do to your phone number that used to be here? You want to put this link on your bio. That link on your bio, I don't think anyone can click on it to join the meeting. So your number and indicating that you are a hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Lagos is preferred. Thank you. Dr. Tamke, for the Facebook followers and the YouTube followers, you reach to Dr. Tamke 09030433400. That's the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Edo State. And if you are in Ebonyi State, reach to Ambassador Dr. Nna on 09061755175. Okay. Great. So let's see who is next on my screen. Madam Chinoyeram, plus 491 plus 491 5213 626988. That's the Germany phone contact. Okay, Ambassador Chukuma Cyprian is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Enugu State, and you've not done as I actually instructed. Your phone contact is not yet on your bio. Okay, so those are the hub admins that were able to join us live today. The network is actually not firm, taking everyone out who joined. Congratulations. At the end of this meeting, we'll be able to gain value. Your friends who joined this meeting will definitely come back to you to say thank you. And you who joined us today for the first time, congratulations. You've gained access to something very incredible. Your friends at evening will be willing to join us. So please share the information to them and let them be here. Take notes. I would say this to us one more time. The people you think would support you in business will never support you. I've learned that by experience, and I've read it in books. Even Jack Ma, one of my mentors, the CEO of Alibaba, said it clearly. Your friends will always be there for a feast. But when it's business, they are not there at all. So if you've created any list of friends, I want to share this to you. You just heard it today and you're happy, excited, you want to share it to a friend, mind you, they will be the one to turn you down. They will be the one to kill your passion. They will be the one to water down that fire in you. So if you must share to friends, share to them just because they are your friends. Not to hear their opinion to what they have to say towards the accomplishment or the success of the task at hand. If you don't take this advice right before your eyes, your passion will die away. But when you tell your friends in the sense that I just want to tell you so that tomorrow you will not say I didn't tell you, congratulations, you will sustain your fire. Don't trade your fire for nobody's love. Some people say it's my mother that said it, it's my sister that said it, my father said. Go and ask them for 5,000. They will ask you, what do you want to do with it? So long you've known the value of money, you've known the value of success, sir, you're on your own when it comes to decision making towards being a successful person. If I was here to listen to what my father have to say, I would not be here today. At some certain time in my life, my father told me, son, he used to call me rich man. He's a rich man. These things you are saying. I was at the age of 18, 19. Or so when he said, I might not be able to remember the age per se. And I was very young, dependent on them. But I was speaking one day, and he said, shh, don't say those kind of things. Why are you talking big talk? Don't have to say, just say things that you can actually do. And I remember what I said to him clearly. I said, Dad, do you mean it? So you mean that these things I'm saying now are big? To me, they are not big. But if you say they are big, then when I get to the age of maybe 30, 50, what will I be saying? If you say these things are big now, I should not say it now. So even your father, your mother, can keep you as a baby for the rest of your life. Can make you small for the rest of your life. People will advise you based on love. Be careful. People will advise you based on fear. Their own fear. Be careful. People will advise you based on their own experience. Be careful. I repeat, don't trade your passion for nobody's love. Because at the end of the day, it's all man to his own calling. If you are successful, you know you are successful for all. If you fail, you will know you are a failure for yourself. Are you with me? When you succeed, everybody identifies with you. When you fail for only you. It's not wickedness on their part. It's just how life is designed. So, sir, ma, come on, succeed. Everyone who is saying SWIFTtrip will not work, do you know, they are just saying it, they are saying it watching. And they are saying it to kill what is in you. Eventually, if it doesn't work, they will laugh at you. If it works, they repent. To me. And when I say if it doesn't work to you, that thing I said, it's that you didn't become part of SWIFTtrip. Anybody who don't join, to that person it didn't work. So when a person tells us, it doesn't work, it will not work. Very good. Did it work for the person? The person didn't become a shareholder. How did it work for him? A person who says it will not work, it will never be successful. Can SWIFTtrip launch and the person is earning from a share as a builder of SWIFTtrip? It's not magic now. So everybody is their own self-prophet. Everyone, your self-prophet. As you say it, you receive it. Please stay passionate. Stay dogged. Stay true to this cause. And be happy you did. Every day, ensure you tell one person about SWIFTtrip. Ensure you made an impact on a person you've never known. Stop that person on the road. Talk to the person. Enter a person's shop. Talk to the person. You will not know what you're doing. You won't know what you're doing. Not until It is time for you to have that thing that you actually want to bet. You are now in forefront. You are now in the forefront. That's why I don't talk to us as though I want to be a part of SWIFTtrip. I see everybody as leaders. I always say I don't lead followers, I lead leaders. That I will never just be talking to you, say, because I want to make you to join SWIFTtrip. No, I'm talking to you because I know soonest you will stand out to pioneer your own course. The way you pursue the corporate one, you will do better when it becomes your own. You refuse to be part of. Today I was telling my staffs in the office, you put me under somewhere and say, do this thing. You don't need to instruct me. You don't need to supervise me. I do it more than you instructed. I was sharing with them how I worked in a place. They say you should know this, they say every good follower is a good leader. I worked in a place, 7 years, no salary. I decided to work there. 7 years, no salary. Complete 7 years of my life. After I graduated, this is not maybe before school, this one. And whatever I did for that organization, I was not doing it just for them. I was doing it for myself. Make things happen for that organization. Today, they keep missing me. They keep calling and say, oh wow, we keep remembering you. Till tomorrow, for eternity, as I'm in this earth. For so long I'm in this earth, because eternity, nobody remember anything again. When I'm singing hallelujah in heaven. Wherever you find yourself, please make impact as though it is your own, because a time will come you will be in forefront, unless you are not the person I want you to be. I don't lead followers, I lead leaders. The impact I made years back, it is what I am putting in here. The same thing. They'll be shocked when they do send other people some things. They will finally want to check and review. They'll see that they didn't even do it well. But my side, they don't even come to me, because they know that I have already done it better than they said. Please, let's pioneer SWIFTtrip like our own course. I'm telling you, as we are doing it, that self-fulfillment, it will happen inside of you. That self-realization, it will happen inside of you. You will come to pioneer your own agenda, and it must be greater than SWIFTtrip. It cannot be lesser. Take note of it. No shareholder of SWIFTtrip will be coming to do something and you are saying, I want to do a local thing. Come on, go global. Yes, because the one you worked with was global. Right? Simple. Let's make great things happen. Today is another opportunity to go out there and talk. They tell you to not work. Hello, all right, talk to the next person. Talk to them, get their number, invite them to the meeting. Such impact every day, we are making progress. One day, we have talked to over 240 million people. Set your mind for that kind of milestone. Then, the one we are pursuing will become like nothing. So when you are looking at 2.4 million, hey, it's big. It's because you are looking, no, it's not. Set your mind on something large. Hundreds of millions must and should be talked to. Do you think that anybody will talk to today is a waste? I always say this. I don't, most times, at times I'll just say you regret missing SWIFTtrip. I think you won't forget the name. You're missing SWIFTtrip at the beginning. You won't forget the name means that you will come to be a customer. So if we have campaigned to hundreds of millions of people, my God, hundreds of millions are readily waiting to see whether it will work. At the launch of this, boom! We're not just looking at the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, the 2.4 million. The observers will make us massively successful in a blink. We are not wasting time, we're not playing. We are campaigning. At the end of every campaign, there is a winning. Campaign with us. Let's win together. You see, something just struck my mind now as I said there is a winning. And it said, when there is a campaign with competition, campaigning with competitors, striving, then there is a winning and a failing. Do you get it? At the end of those such campaign, they say this one win, this one failed, right? But what we are doing, are we in competition with anyone? Are we striving with anyone? Are we striving with anyone? So at the end of this campaign, the only thing is what? A winning. Come on, let's win together. As I was speaking, Ambassador Chukwuemeka entered the meeting. He was here before, but network took him out. And I'm going to also call him. That's the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abakaliki. Yeah, Ambassador Chukwuemeka is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Ebonyi State. 070386138. See the Lagos hub admin. 08037143528 or 09137542843. These are hub admins, and your prospects, don't worry, your prospects can't reach to them. If your prospect calls our hub admins, the hub admin will simply say, hello, who invited you to SWIFTtrip? Please send back the receipt to that person. So it is always the person who told you about SWIFTtrip, that's your prospect, a shareholder that can communicate to our admins. No new member can reach to them. All right, so you don't want to be tossed here and there. Do the right thing. You make a payment now, give it to the person who told about SWIFTtrip, and then that person reach to the hub admins. Thank you so much. It took a lot of time talking and addressing us at the end of the meeting, and the network was very bad. So I'm happy our ambassadors are able to join the meeting back. We have our ambassador Jerry. He was in before, but network also took him out, and that's Ambassador Jerry, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Rivers State. So here's his contact for the Facebook and YouTube followers: 080-988-45834. Not, you are a sponsor of someone watching via Facebook and YouTube, okay? You reach out to him if you have the receipt to be processed right now. God bless you. And it's always a great time talking about SWIFTtrip. All right, so you have anything to share with us as a new friend? Your mic is open. You have the privilege to speak. Click the middle button if your mic is not open, and your hands will be indicated as wanting to say something, and one of our admins would open up your mic and you'll be able to speak. Thank you. Do we have any new friend? Prince Frank, you're welcome. Ukamaka Peace, you're welcome. Ogun Tifa Peter Bakunle, you're welcome. This should be your first time. Onyeka Olewe, you're welcome. Mba Friday, you're welcome. I have a lot of new friends. Amazing. Thank you, Able shareholders, for you do for reaching out to your friends to be part of us. We have Onyechi Okechukwu. Thank you. If you heard your name, we appreciate your presence. And maybe I called you, you've been here before. Sorry. I'm not an AI, I'm a human being, so I can make errors. And maybe I also skipped your name as the first time I didn't call you. Sorry for that. That doesn't stop you from raising your hands to speak or indicating you have something to say. So thank you so much. If you have anything to share with us right now, click the middle button. You have a question on whatever we've spoken of, or maybe you joined a bit in between, you didn't understand some things. We're here for you. Click the middle button and speak. And while we are doing that, Shedrack Yakubu, sir, how you doing, sir? We're happy to connect with you live today. Shedrack Yakubu, you can unmute your mic. The mantle falls on you to give us an advice. So if you are at work, you just open your mic and let us know. Or, however, if you're unable to unmute, we'll as well hand it over to someone else. Okay, we have Mr. Nnamdi, the gamer. On your profile here, it says Chooks, the gamer. You're welcome. You're given the privilege to speak. Click the middle button and you'll be able to speak. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Great to reach to you today, sir. Which state are you connecting from?
I'm going from Lagos State.
From Lagos State. Beautiful. Okay, so do you have any question to ask?
Please, sir, I just want to go to also suggest if there might be in the hub admin here in Lagos Island.
In Lagos Island. Yeah, that's correct. You live at the island?
Yes, I live at the island, but I'm not qualified to be a hub admin at the moment.
At the moment. All right. You've been with us for a very long time. Why you never qualify now?
I've been for a long time. I'm still working on this, sir.
You don't know I know everybody in SWIFTtrip. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So please keep working on it, and soonest you should be the one as a hub admin of SWIFTtrip in the island of Lagos. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Do you know the criteria? Do you know the criteria of being a hub? Chooks. The gamer, how are you? Can you hear me? Network.
Yes, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I said, do you know the criteria of being a hub admin?
Enlighten me a little. I forgot too much about it.
Okay. So you have registered minimum of 10 shareholders directly.
I mean,
10.
10.
Yeah. And then you have an office space where, or a place where shareholders can meet, or prospects rather, so that you can arrange them as well by live events. Or someone who is not a shareholder can bring his or her prospect over there to say, enlighten him or her for me. Then you are a hub admin. Thank you so much.
That's good.
I appreciate you.
Okay, sir.
All right, so that's a great one from Chooks. Do we have any other hands raised? No hands raised. All right, Mr. Shedrack Yakubu, can you unmute your mic? Are you available to speak, to take that part? Okay, Ambassador Chukwemeka, how you doing, boss? Can you take that part for us? Give an advice to the house and to the first timers today.
My every year.
The boss, great to have you with us.
Good day, boss.
Good day, sir.
So great to be here this morning.
Amazing.
Listening to you. You know, whenever I listen to you, I'm impacted. And that, not just me. I tell people that this our Telegram meeting is an institution.
Yeah.
Institution of learning, because some of the things we are hearing here is divinely downloaded.
Sure.
And so when you get it, not just in doing SWIFTtrip, you can apply it even in your family.
You're right, sir.
Yeah, apply it even in your family, and you see your life moving uptrend. So we are happy that we are here. And the good thing is, on daily basis, we are moving toward our goal. We are better than yesterday.
Certainly.
And tomorrow, by 10 a.m. tomorrow, we will be better than today.
Yes, sir.
So that is just it. And you are here for the first time. I think there is something God puts in you. It is called brain. So while you were listening, I believe your brain is working. And if your brain is still okay, that every knot is connected, after this meeting, the only thing you will do is to send your money.
I hear you, sir.
Because the only person that we analyze this is when the knot of the brain is not in order. So
I hear you, boss.
Come on board immediately, and let's continue spreading this news.
Yes, sir.
We won't stop until we get there. The only thing, I was talking with, I think, a shareholder yesterday, we were talking. He called me for something. I told the person, you see this project, so long as we are not ready to give up, that is already a
simple
done deal.
Simple.
Yeah, and the way we are going about this, the whole thing is mastering us, is becoming our lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Having fun, doing things just without stress.
Yes, sir.
The CEO is under burden, the CEO is not under stress, the shareholders, everybody is just doing it, and you don't know we are moving.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that will continue until we launch the business and enter into autopilot. So, when you talk about SWIFTtrip, don't shake your mouth. Me, the way I talk about SWIFTtrip is, I sit in that office of the CEO to talk.
I hear you, sir.
I talk as the owner of the business. I don't talk as a shareholder that is out there to market. I talk as the owner of the business.
Yes, sir.
And that is why you bring your questions. Anyhow you bring in the question, I will answer you. Because this is business. And I've seen that the business must launch.
Yes,
so
sir.
if I'm talking, I talk as the owner. And that is who you are. You are the owner of this business. It is a decentralized CEO. So the CEO that is centralized has been decentralized, and you have your part.
Yes, sir.
Today you a CEO. So if I'm talking, I don't talk to them that the business is somebody's business somewhere. It is my business. I will make you trillionaire in dollars.
Yes, sir.
Men and brethren, let's bounce to the top. My
wow. This is amazing and it's incredible. Thank you so much, and we really appreciate all that you've shared with us today. It's just beautiful moving onward all the way to the top. Congratulations to all shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Congratulations to you who's going to be a shareholder today, and to you who's watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, congratulations for having access to this opportunity. We love you all, and together we bounce right to the top. See you again by 8 p.m. tonight, and